Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soumya and I am currently living in Toronto. On my channel, I make videos about my life here in Canada. Since I came here as an international student and now recently I have also applied for my PR, I also do make videos to simplify this process for people like us. So in this video, I'm going to tell you something about the experience letter that you have to get from your employer. I'm gonna cover everything, that why do you need it, how to make sure that your experience letter is perfect, and what are the mistakes that you have to avoid. In the end of the video, I'm also going to show you my own experience letter that I used to apply for my PR. And yes, I hope you guys find this video helpful. Okay, so let's begin by actually understanding what exactly an experience letter is. Soumya Beri was a part of our company. Her performance was exceptional throughout her 1 year tenure. She did this, she did that. No, this is not an experience letter. Your offer letter is also not your experience letter. Your joining letter or contract is also not your experience letter. Your experience letter is something that is specifically made for your immigration related things. It basically proves your work experience to the IRCC, Canadian government. And there is a very rigid and strict format around which the letter is created, and this is the format that needs to be followed while preparing your experience letter. I am going to also attach a sample letter for your reference, and then I will be talking about each pointer separately so that you know what all you should not miss while preparing your experience letter. Now let's begin. First of all, it's very important that the letter needs to be made on your company letterhead. Second, it must have the contact information of your immediate supervisor or your HR or your manager or anyone. Your job title should be very clearly mentioned. If you have gotten any kind of promotions or if your title was changed during your working tenure, then that also needs to be mentioned in the letter. It also needs to have your start date and end date of employment. If you're still working with the company, then do not mention the end date. With the start date and end date, you cannot just write that you are working full time. Of course, it needs to be there. But with that, you also have to mention the number of hours you are working every week. Again, your salary needs to be there. If you have received any kind of promotions, then that also needs to be there. I will also show you my letter and then you will understand it in a more clear way. If your salary was increased during your time in the company, or if your job title was changed or anything like that, anything and everything needs to go in there. Now let me talk about the roles and responsibilities. This is something that you cannot just write. You have to find your NOC code. For example, if I'm working as a marketing coordinator for a company, I have to go to the IRCC website, and under the NOC code, I have to find the job responsibilities. Now, these job responsibilities should and must go in my offer letter. I'm not saying that just copy and paste it or just paraphrase and paste it, but try to connect. You do not have to fake anything, any of your job responsibilities here. It's very important that you modify your letter and you prepare it and write everything in a way that is matches with what is mentioned on the government's website. Now, very common question: what if your employer refuses to give it? First of all, they will not. Second of all, in case they did, in case they refuse, or the company you were working for is not there anymore, is not running operations anymore, then in that situation, just attach all the relevant documents that can prove your employment with that company. That could be your T4 forms, basically any tax related forms that you have submitted, or your contract or your offer letter, pay stubs, anything that proves your employment duration and your employment. So I have received 2 employment letters for my 2 companies, one from India and the other one here in Canada. The format is the same, everything is the same for both of the letters. I'm going to show you one of the letters over here that will give you an idea that how you can prepare one for yourself. Of course, the company will not do it for you. You will have to eventually prepare the format and send it to the company so that they can put their letterhead on top of it and they can sign the letter. But the initial things, the format, you have to prepare yourself. So yes, here is the letter and you will be able to see everything. So I made this format in a way that the things like the initial things are not in a paragraph, but they are in the pointer format. So it's more clearly visible and it's easier to understand. And I also got a promotion during my working tenure. So what the company did is they mentioned my starting salary, like my joining salary, and the salary at the time when I ended my employment with the company. So it makes it very clear and in a concise format for the government to understand it. Then you will be able to see all my job responsibilities here. These are the things that I was doing. Even though you can see my job title is Growth Associate, and this title is not included in any of the job titles that are mentioned on the IRCC website, but still the job responsibilities that I was doing were all related to marketing. So I was able to select a knock for myself according to the job responsibilities, and that I mentioned on my experience letter. Yes, this is how you can create your own experience letter. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Just please do subscribe to my channel. Of course, it is very, very motivating for me to see you guys interacting with my videos, and of course subscribing to my channel. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video till here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.